you're not loyal, and
Mm.
you know what, people like you are just the most ridiculous and just foul. And I'm like, lady,
You're not faithful, and you understand what individuals like you are only the most absurd and simply promise. And I'm like, woman, are you insane? Like, faithful to who you know, faithful to my cash, faithful to my vocation? Huge Kevin Hart's XY, assuming conservative heart is going on. Visit with Feline Williams. She posted Charlotte, Orlando, Tampa. Come see me live with my old buddy Feline Williams on the dull issues visit that is the reason you understand what the main occupation of someone that at sold their spirit at Hollywood is to behave as it didn't occur. They all do a similar work, so Kevin Hart's ex Torrei is spilling the tea on her forthcoming visit with Feline Williams, and she's letting you all realize that she doesn't owe Kevin any unwaveringness after the manner in which he treated her. Now, Torrei didn't slam Kevin or any such thing. As a matter of fact, she said they cooperated very well when they were hitched, yet things went in a new direction after Kevin purportedly ventured out on conservative concerning Feline Williams. You definitely realize he fired up an entire disturbance with his Club Shay interview, where he tossed some significant shade at Kevin. Now, when everybody figured the plot couldn't thicken any longer, Tori dropped a stunner declaring that she would join Feline on his dim matter visit. Yet this declaration raised a ruckus. Kevin's fans rushed to drag Peak for being unfaithful, yet is presently clearing up everything on what truly happened among her and Kevin. She's unashamed in regards to her choice to collaborate with Kevin's greatest enemy. Realize that I'm an entertainer. I really want individuals to isolate me being somebody's ex. Comprehend that I'm a comic. I've been a comic my entire life, man. 2024 isn't getting going optimistically for unfortunate little Kevin Hart. So first, he's been over here walking around without that wedding bling, filling bits of gossip that his marriage with his better half is on the rocks, and even before Feline will. I'm spilled all that tea on Shannon Sharp's webcast. Reports had proactively begun flowing that Kevin's marriage was on the flimsy ground. Yet is anybody shocked? I mean, Kevin has been up to speed in duping embarrassments as far back as my memory extends, back when he was as yet hitched to Tart. Kevin couldn't remain valid for anything, and the roads were gabbing, guaranteeing he was playing with the entire setup of women, and rumors from far and wide suggest that one of those ladies was a know his ebb and flow spouse. Kevin and Eno have been denying it left and right, discussing how they were companions when Kevin was as yet attached to yet. Come on now. Child, we as a whole skill these accounts generally unfurl. At first, Kevin and Anu kept things genuine secretive about when they formally got together, and that caused a commotion, yet assuming they were truly both single at the time. Why all the mystery, huh? However, at that point, Kevin fouled up and let the cat out of the bag, discussing how they'd Ian shaking together for a strong 5 years before he put a ring on it in 2014. So, on the off chance that you crunch the numbers, that implies they connected up in 2009, and taking into account Kevin put in the legal documents to T in 2010, well, you don't need to be an investigator to see what's the deal with that course of events. Now the roads are humming, saying Nico could have gotten going as the side piece, yet got that advancement to wifey status. That is presumably why most people didn't cry at solitary tear when Kevin was over here playing filthy on a no. You know the platitude, how you get them is the way you lose them. Quick forward to the muddled piece of the story. Kevin got captured red given venturing out on a no while she was conveying their most memorable kid, you all obvious truth. Nico spilled the tea herself, saying she was 7 or 8 months into her pregnancy when someone slid into her DMS with a video of Kevin cozying up to another lady. The entire circumstance was wild on the ground. Uns that Kevin was over here swearing left and right that he never ventured out on a no. At last, Kevin chose to tell the truth on the morning meal club and conceded he betrayed a no, and this second gave us one of Charlemagne's best rebounds ever. It doesn't really matter to me what anyone says. You're my rib, that is my better half. You're up here yet. What's your one side to have with your ribs quieted down, man? Shut up, that is an extraordinary joke, scorched man. You realize I know about you, Kevin. N called his choice to swindle a terrible mistake in judgment and discussed how he trusted Anu could track down it in her heart to pardon and comprehend that this won't be something standard. You know, the typical miscreant discourse, hands up high. I'm blameworthy, paying little heed to how it worked out and what was involved, and that I can't discuss. I'm blameworthy. I'm off base me being incorrectly. I'm a pay the piper, I'm going return home. I will address it. I'm going make my better half full mindful. Well, what's happening and going on that I have now placed us in, and I'm trusting that she shows at least a bit of kindness to where she can pardon me and comprehend that this won't be a repeating thing. You figure most ladies with some dignity would kick Kevin to the check and spotlight on co-nurturing. Right? Yet, no. And Neo took an alternate course. She decided to stay by her man, discussing how she actually considers Kevin to be a decent husband kid, assuming that that is what she would call a decent husband. And I'm somewhat terrified to hear what she thinks an awful husband resembles. And after so much discussion about remaining together for the family, Kevin went on this interview, binge spilling that standard, worn out line about family values. It was like a sensation that this has happened before. With Jay-Z and the Becky, with a great hair dramatization, for us, we decided to battle for our affection for our family to give our children an alternate result, to break that cycle for people of color and ladies, just to see an alternate result. At any rate, briefly there it appeared as though Kevin was truly strolling the walk, teaching responsibility and staying away from the cheating. However, at that point entered Tasha K with a new tea. As per her, Kevin truly didn't stop the grimy deeds, he just got trickier in covering his tracks. So Tasha, as of late, brought Kevin's previous colleague Maisha Shakes on her channel, and Maisha dropped a sensation asserting that Kevin was out there venturing out on a knee with an entire crew of different ladies, and one of these undertakings could have gone to the extent that somebody getting pregnant. First outrage was with the first child, right? The one in quite a while, yes, so these different embarrassments, it's another. In the workplace, she pregnant again right with her second. He's actually leaving scene finishes all around the count at the Heartbeat studio, right, and showering, and afterward, returning home. Elmatia a ditch. Honestly guaranteed that she attempted to make the best choice and surrender, and Noah heads about Kevin, probably playing around with an airline steward on his personal luxury plane, yet a no directly up disregarded Maisha's alerts, like they were the previous news. Goes to show you can't protect somebody who's not hoping to be saved. I surmise, told Anya, like Kevin is betraying with you with a young lady named Blen Morgan. She's his airline steward. She's on his plane, so after this interview became a web sensation, Kevin immediately hit Tasha with a claim blaming her for initiating a plan to blackmail him, and he likewise documented a different claim against Misha blaming her for defam blackmail, attack of security, and break of agreement. Yet Kevin didn't stop there. He additionally petitioned for a transitory limiting request against Tasha and requested that the appointed authority eliminate the meeting with Maisha from the web. Yet Kevin lost track of what's most important there, and the adjudicators hut him down, dismissing his solicitation for a limiting request. As per archives got by Drifter, the adjudicator decided that Kevin's solicitation was statement a truly dubious over-the-edge demand that doesn't address real vindictiveness and statement. Other than that, the adjudicator additionally said that Kevin's lawful group neglected to incorporate a full record of Tasha's meeting with Maisha. Accordingly, Kevin's legal counselor, Dante Plants, attempted to contend that his group clearly got the entire record, yet they would have rather not shared information exchanged in light of the fact that, as per them, the assertions are totally misleading. Kevin's attorney said, "There's no scrutinizing them. There are things said by the speakers that are unlawful. It's slanderous. Shows malevolence on their part, not used to be there at any point, any case expressing that my client carried out a wrongdoing. Until this video, I feel that a significant infidelity is a certain something. Yet infidelity isn't unlawful, no doubt. Well, that didn't work, and the appointed authority denied Kevin's attorney demand, letting them know that the main choice is to record the movement once more, with the record under seal, or document a different movement for a primer order in regards to Kevin's charges against Tasha and Misha by the manner in which Maisha additionally showed up at the meeting, and she professed to have encountered her and B over the meeting, making her trepidation for herself, as well as her girl's security. In any case, the following hearing for this situation is booked for February 29. Meanwhile, perhaps Kevin can get his ex Torrei on one of her forthcoming shows with Feline Williams, only days after Feline's dangerous meeting on Club Shay Pinnacle took to share the news and posted a photograph of her and Feline, with subtleties on their joint visit in the subtitle T composed Charlotte